Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and now it is time to preview Walled Lake Western boys basketball. And to do just that is joined by the head coach of that team. That, of course, is Duane Graves. Duane, how's it going?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Doing well. So another season of basketball is upon us. Of course, as per tradition in the Graves household, I know all the movies have been officially watched. With Hoosiers and Glory Road and all the classics and all that stuff. And but after that, it's officially time to get ready to go. Of course, we had the first day of tryouts. Today is kind of the second day. As I don't know. I mean, obviously everybody approaches tryouts differently, but really just just talk about getting ready for the upcoming season and the plans for the rest of the week as you set your team.
Well, we graduated 5 seniors last year. So, I mean, we graduated about half our team because we only had 11 guys last year, almost half our team. So it's a lot of new faces in the gym. So it was kind of exciting to see who showed up. And it was kind of nice to see the boys in there finally get a ball in their hands versus doing yoga and conditioning and stuff like that. So it was nice to get up and down the floor, start implementing some of our strategies and seeing how it goes out. So it was fun and got a long week ahead of us, a lot of work to do. So I'm excited.
Okay. So kind of talk about just some of the guys that are going to be some of the guys to watch. I mean, obviously you don't have your roster set yet, but you have a pretty good idea of what you have.
Well, I mean, we're only returning a handful of players, so it's kind of interesting. I mean, we brought some kids up towards the end of the year, but bringing back Isaac, who's going to be a junior this year, who was our starting point guard as a sophomore last year, really had a good off season. So Isaac Canal is a pretty special kid. He's got a very good IQ. Just got to get him to be a little bit more loud, talking wise and stuff like that, and get him out of his shell. But so I see that, and then Nathan Doak, our other returning starter. It'd be good to see him take the leadership role this year as a senior. So he's like our only basically returning player that was in a leadership role last year. And then we got a couple of other seniors that were role players last year that are going to have to log some serious minutes. And then we got some young players, some sophomores that were very interested in, basically Novak, like I'll butcher his last name, Belaski, and then Gavin Roberts, who are sophomores who can kind of come up towards the end of the year, help us out and stuff like that. And then we have a freshman that might make the roster. I know he's pretty solid. Dean Lewis, who's an incoming freshman and stuff like that. He's shown some pretty good headway. So, and Cam Waters, like they came off the bench last year, gave us some good minutes. David Seau, who was our backup point guard last year, came in and gave us some good minutes when we needed him. So like that. So, and then the best part of all of it though is Logan Hickey, who's coming back from a torn ACL or MCL, is cleared to play, and so he can finish his senior year. He missed his entire junior year getting hurt on fall ball. So, we'll see what he can bring to the table. So, like I said, we got some seniors and stuff like that, but we're going to be dominantly juniors and sophomores.
Yeah. So, of course, coming in, with this season and all the success, remind everybody what, last year was a really, really good year for you guys. Of course, just getting the big wins that you did, and what was last year like for you guys? Because of course, now you've since your time at Western, you've beaten everybody in the league.
Yeah, I finally got to start off the back again. Everybody in the league. Last year was a good year. We had a lot, like I said, we had a lot of leadership, a lot of guys that started out as sophomores for me this is my 4th year here, and finally I've gone through the system, and for them to come together, I mean, it was a great year. Like I said, we had some big wins. We could be dominant at times, and it ended in disappointing fashion where we just kind of fell apart at the wrong time and then just couldn't bounce back. So hopefully that we learn from our mistakes and just get better.
Yeah. So of course, let's talk about the non-conference portion of your schedule. Just who have you got on there?
Well, we're open up with Seom. Coach DeGeeter is a very good friend of mine. We come from the same staff under Paul Galbinski when we were at Losser. So this is a traditional game. We always like to play each other. So we're going to open up with him this year at Birmingham again. So it kind of gives us, it's just kind of just a fun thing, a rivalry between coaches and stuff like that. And then we got Hazlitt on the schedule this year. I'm pretty interested to see what we can do with them. That's a pretty tough pretty tough group of guys and stuff like that to fight hard. And then we are going to travel out to Mason for the holiday tournament, play Mason, Howell, and um, Holly are the other teams in a 4-team tournament. So we'll see how we can do that. And then we got Notre Dame prep coming in and Clarkston coming in. So I think our off season or our non-league schedule is going to be a tough one. So no pushovers there. So it's going to be a challenge. I don't think we can take a night off ever. I don't like to take nights off anyways. I always say to be good, you got to beat your big brother, not your little brother.
Yeah. Okay. So let's, of course, we go from that. We also talk about, with the league as well. And obviously the LVC is, going to be pretty competitive again, as we saw last year. Literally, I think it was a 3-way tie to end the league, to end league play with all the circumstances. And I think it was, just getting all through all the obstacles, because I think the ice storm was around that time too. So what's that going to be? What's it going to be like with this league again? Because
I honestly, coaching in the MAC, coaching the LAA, then coming to LVC, the LVC is a defensive battle. I mean, every team plays defense. Every team is really strong. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of tough teams. I don't think there'll be an easy night. I mean, it's going to be challenging. You got, Jeff Jason back at Mott, bringing in some talent that he's got through transfers or whatever he's got coming in. They're going to be tough. Central, Wall Lake Central, I wouldn't sleep on them. They're bringing everybody back. They won they won the city league between all of us last year. They got some really nice pieces. Northern, they're going to be strong as always, because they got some guys that that came in up late towards the end of the year, and you can see how tough they were. South Lyon playing the young guys last year, got a year of experience. They're fast. They can shoot the ball. South Lyon East always is coached really well and tough. Kettering with Coach Emmert there. With a Hall of Fame coach, there's no one better there. He'll have those guys ready to play. So, I honestly, we're on the bottom of that list because I think a lot of teams aren't going to be better than we are. We're just going to have to fight.
Yeah. Okay. So really just kind of set these next few days, as you kind of set your team and then try to get ready for the season with obviously really coming back from Thanksgiving break. That's when kind of this whole thing starts.
Yeah, well, you come back to you're playing. We got scrimmages leading up to those games to make sure we can find out what parts we have, because we have a lot of unknowns. So how are we going to have to reload and figure out who we are, find out what our identity is versus what we were last year. We were old school, pound it in the paint last year with Alex at 6'8" and Dylan at 6'7". It was nice. And then Will, who's 6'5", who could play inside and outside. We lose some of that adversity, or I wouldn't say adversity, but that challenge for other teams. Now we are who we are, and we got to figure out what we are.
Yeah. All right. Duane Graves, thanks for the time as always. We will talk to you throughout the year.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Have fun. Good luck to everybody.